back to another video. My name is Lauren. If you're new here, welcome. This is my cat Dewey, and today we wanted to talk about the spring season. I'm really excited for spring to start in a couple of days because I really want to spend time in this season dedicated to my cozy little hobbies. And so I thought that this could be a cozy hobby vlog, as well as sharing some of my favorite quotes about spring, maybe making a collage or a bucket list for spring, decorating, doing some crafts, and generally just preparing for such a sweet and lovely season. One of my goals for 2025 was to live more seasonally, and so I want to appreciate every season of life that I'm so lucky to have. And so if you also like celebrating the seasons, doing crafts, thrifting, decorating, and generally just celebrating life, make sure that you follow along and watch. And then we can get started talking about spring. Right, Dewey? I think that spring is all about being comfy and cozy and partaking in the whimsical. I've been thrifting a lot recently, and I actually thrifted this coffee table from a local charity shop in my town. And so I'm really happy that it's given me this place to display some of my candles and spring books. I have a lot of books here about green witchery and flowers, some coloring pages, and so I'm really excited to have this space in my living room where I can sort of center myself and my guests if I have people over. I didn't want to purchase too many things, especially just for the season, that I might not use year round, like bunny statues. But a way that I did think I could incorporate spring that I could still enjoy year round would be through spring themed puzzles. I've seen a lot of videos by creators I really admire, like Bonnie Barton and Sarah Hawkinson, talking about puzzles. And so I did pick up a couple cute puzzles that I aim to complete this season that I know I'll still want to recreate later throughout the year. And so that is something that I did purchase new that I'm excited about for the season. So it's a new day, which you can probably tell because of my outfit change. But before we went over and started our next craft, I just wanted to talk about my spring bucket list. I ended up finishing this last night, and I did it mostly in crayon and marker. So it's really simple and anyone can do it. I obviously was not very concerned with how actually detailed and artistic it was. But I love making these bucket lists, and I hang them on the back of my bedroom door so that I can look at it during the season. And I've also been keeping these. I've made a few starting last year throughout the seasons, and it's something that I plan on doing probably for the rest of my life, just because it's a fun way to sort of journal and focus on what you want for the season. So I'm not going to read everything on here, but I thought I would share a couple. One being that I want to host a spring Halloween party. I love Halloween, I love fall, even though I am trying to stay more true to the season. I've seen other creators talk about spring Halloween, which is where you have a goth-inspired party, and so I do think I want to do that, and this is my little spring Halloween outfit for today, if you could not tell. Another thing that I want to do is plant in my garden this season. I'm just waiting for it to finally warm up a little bit, maybe in a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, so that I can go out and plant my rosemary, all of my herbs, my butterfly garden essentials, so that I can have a lot of cute little critters back in my backyard for the spring and summer season. I just love plants, and so I'm really excited to finally be able to go back outside and deal with that. Some other things I have on here is actually visit a butterfly sanctuary, and I saw this on Instagram. Somebody made a bucket list and put that on their list, and so I wanted to do that as well. I have not gone to the butterfly house in St. Louis in years, probably like a decade, and so I just thought that that would be fun and very springy. Some other things, celebrate all the different holidays, thrift some cute spring clothes. I did thrift this cardigan recently, which I was very proud about. And then spend a lot of time with friends enjoying nature. But again, this was very simple and very fun. And so I'm going to put this to the side. The next thing that I wanted to do to prepare for spring was to make a seasonal simmer pot. So I went to Aldi and I picked up some different fresh ingredients to include. I've made a lot of seasonal simmer pots, especially in the fall and winter, and I've used things like cinnamon sticks and oranges. But for spring, I wanted to go a different route. So I have some tea that I'm going to include, some chamomile and lavender, some honey, grapefruit, lemon slices, strawberry, rosemary, and then maybe a little splash of vanilla. But I think that this is a really fun and affordable and witchy way to celebrate the spring season or any season. It makes your home smell delicious. It's really cute in your kitchen. And so I'm gonna get started preparing that now. It's so simple. All you have to do is cut things up and then let them boil. So let's get into that. The simmer pot has been going for a good amount of time now, and it smells really wonderful in my kitchen. If you look around my kitchen, you can sort of see it has an earthy, witchy, practical magic vibe going to it, or at least that's what I've tried to recreate. And so now it smells the part. Obviously, you can change up the ingredients, make it local to what you have, or repeat it as often as you want, tweaking it here and there. But I absolutely love how it smells, and this is something I plan on doing throughout the rest of the spring season. And then, like I said, changing once the other seasons appear. It's just such a natural way to have a wonderful smell in your home. It's non-toxic, super easy to do. And so I'm really happy that I decided to do it this afternoon, this evening. Another thing, you could also make this into a juice or some sort of wine sangria mix if you added sugar and other ingredients to it. So you could repurpose this. I don't think I'm going to today, but I will definitely be eating the rest of the grapefruit for breakfast. Another thing that I want to do to welcome spring is to make a collage. So I have this collage box here. Collaging is something that's really fun, really creative, and easy to replicate. And so I encourage you to start making collages for the season as well. I made one for Valentine's Day and I have it hanging up in my room. This one is going to go right next to it, and it's something that I hope to do each season as the year goes by. And so I'm going to get started. I have this magazine I found, which just has a bunch of cottages and homes, a lot of florals, and so I think this is going to be my main inspiration for the collage. I also have some poems about spring that I wrote down, and so I'm going to incorporate some of those as well. But I'm really excited, and hopefully this should be really fun. So I'm going to start making my collage, and then I'll show you at the end. I'm starting off pretty basic by just adding some background to my collage. I went through my cottage magazine and I've taken out some florals, some things that say cottage or season. And I think overall with this collage, I want to showcase a lot of florals and then maybe incorporate some of the things from my bucket list. I do get the GQ magazine, and so when I had friends over who love Paul Mescal, who I do as well, we decided to use this magazine. So I'm going to look through here. If you know, you know. This is a sticker from a clothing brand that's plus size and from Instagram, and I saved the sticker, but I think I'm just going to cut out the word nature. Okay, so I have a lot of pieces picked out. I think I just have to do the hardest part, which is starting to... Sorry, my cat just jumped by. Hi, Jelly. Hi. Now I think it's time for the hardest part, which is just getting started on the collage. I have a lot of things picked out, and so now I just need to start gluing things. Is it cheating if I put a piece this big on the collage? I don't think I'm gonna showcase all of this. I'm definitely gonna put things above it, but it's just too perfect to not have this whole section. Sorry. If you couldn't tell by my outfit change, it is a new day, and before we get started with our crafts and activities to have another cozy night in welcoming spring, I really want to make a latte. I love the flavor and smell of pistachio, and I've been hunting for a pistachio syrup for the last couple of years so I can make my coffees at home extra delicious and not have to spend so much going out. And I finally did find a pistachio latte syrup at TJ Maxx a couple weeks ago, and so I'm excited to have some pistachio lattes this spring. I always use oat milk or almond milk when I make my coffees at home, and so I'm just excited to get started. The key ingredient to any good latte is good oat milk. Right now I'm really liking this Chobani vanilla one, so I'm going to use this in a second. My coffee is done brewing, and now I'm going to add all the little ingredients together. It's super simple. I'm just going to whip up some of my oat milk so it's frothy, add in the coffee. Bean! I have these really cute frog ice cubes, so I'm going to add some of those in, add the milk, the pistachio. Super simple and easy. Have my paper straw, so. I like a lot of oat milk. I wish I was in Practical Magic when she stirs the coffee with her magic. I love that scene, so instead I have to use this little handheld frother. Let's see if I can do this without spilling away. Okay, I have some coffee left over. I'll make a double cup for spills. Now for the best part. I could not have filled this more to the brim of the cup, but I don't even care because it's delicious. So I've had my coffee now, and I thought I would go back over my collage, which I made yesterday. I'll insert a picture so you can see it closer, but for this collage I wanted to focus on nature and romance, have a lot of floral images. I ended up finishing this last night and I was too tired to show it off. I added some stickers from my Green Witch sticker book. This author, Erin Murphy Hiscock, has a lot of books, and I own, I think, all of them, but this one in particular is just gorgeous. Obviously, it has a bunch of stickers in it of natural entities and crystals, things to label. It's really pretty. And so I've included some of those stickers here. I really like how this turned out. I think it looks pretty adorable. I can't wait to hang it up. I'm going to secure it with these command strips so that I can move it around if I need to later. But I just wanted to highlight some things from it. First, I put a quote by Claude McKay, who's a famous poet from the Harlem Renaissance. And it says, "And we will seek the quiet hill where towers the cotton tree, and leaps the laughing crystal rill, and works the droning bee. And we will build a cottage there besides an open glade with black-ribbed bluebells blowing near." And then it goes on, but that's all I had room for. But it seems very spring-like to me. I also included a quote from Emily Dickinson. "A light exists in spring, not present on the year, at any other period." And then I just added a couple sayings like the new world, this spring the moment is right, nature. I of course added the most romantic spring movie of all time, Pride and Prejudice, and their famous reunification scene. Some pieces about climate action. Overall, I think this is pretty cute. I'm pretty new to collaging, but it's really fun. I know that this isn't perfect, but it's something that I am proud to hang up. And again, I want to do this for every season. Anybody can do this. All you need are some pieces of junk or magazine construction paper. You can add quotes like I've done, or you could focus more on just the images, but I really like this and I'm happy about it. And again, I highly recommend getting a sticker book so that you can include that as well. So I wanted to show this off. I'm really excited for spring to begin. I think this season is going to be wonderful. And if I manage to achieve some of the things on my bucket list, or if I have a spring that resembles anything like my collage, I'm going to consider myself very happy. When I think about spring and I think about movies, I think about Practical Magic. Practical Magic is one of my favorite ultimate movies, and I'm sort of dressed like an Owens sister today, or at least my spin on it. But I thought that a good way to end this video and my evening would be to color and maybe start a puzzle while watching Practical Magic. It of course fits every single season, but there are so many shots in the film that remind me of spring, whether it's them playing down by the lake or in their garden, mashing up some dried lavender and other herbs to make spells. I really think it's an underrated spring movie. The vibes of Practical Magic are what I'm going for in my life every single day, no matter the season. And so I'm really excited to watch it and to have a really cozy night. I've really liked crafting with you, and hopefully these are things that you can recreate. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a lovely spring, and now I'm going to start the movie. Bye, friends.
Lately I've been having dreams where I'm living in the clouds, searching for a place worth hiding, wherever my mind allows. Most of the time it's dark and stormy, and I can't see much around. But I'm thankful when it's raining, treating the blankets of vapor like solid ground. Hopeful that that my dreams mean nothing, and I can still be here